Hi guys, this video is gonna be random as hell. Sorry about that. I had no idea what to film for you guys. So I thought, well, what have I been doing lately? Other than reading and a bit more reading. I finally got myself a library card. Yes! Happy dance. Doing the happy dance. When I actually validated my library card, they turned around and said, you can take up to 20 items today. And I nearly went batshit crazy. I was like, oh yes, give me the books, 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 books. But I took a minute and said, no, you still have a couple of books to read on your TBR, and one of them is a monster. So just reel it in a little bit. Also, my library has an app, so I don't even have to call them to renew anything. I can just go on the app and renew. Best thing ever. I don't know if that's what it's like with all libraries now, because it's been a while since I've had a library card, but it makes my inner geek so happy. So I thought I'd show you the books that I picked up, and hopefully we'll get round to reading very soon. Also in this video I'm going to explain my Goodreads star rating system, because not everybody rates books on the same scale, and even though with Goodreads with the 5 stars, there's still like, 1.75, and there's issues in there because it's a 5-star scale. I recently completed my Goodreads challenge of reading 100 books this year. Yay! And I was looking at the books that I read, and a lot of them have 4 stars. So I'm just wanting to kind of explain that to you, if that makes any sense. Please do stick around if you feel like it, because there's always bloopers at the end. And with me, there's a lot of bloopers. I picked up 4 books. I decided on 3, and as I was checking those out, there was another book in like the returns bin. I was like, I want to read that, so I ended up getting that one as well. Winning! The first book I picked up in the library, it's a little funny story with this one. The YA section in the library that I went to was not very large, and there was someone already in that section. It seemed like they had claimed that section. So I was like, okay, this is my first visit to this library, so I'll just mosey on around, acquaint myself with the place, as you do. After about 10 minutes I was like, okay, I've had a look round, seems okay, but that's the section that I want to be in. So, shimmied my way over. That's a nice visual, innit? Shimmied my way over. And she was just stood in this section, which is like fine. But as soon as I walked up to the section, I saw this book on the top, and I was like, I want to get that book. And she was stood right underneath it. She kept looking up at it, and I was like, don't. And then she'd pan down and look at this area, and then she'd look back up, and I'm like, please, 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 don't take that book, please, please. Me being the 5-foot dwarf going up to a regular sized person, there was no way I was reaching this book without some funky stretchy dance moves. Didn't want to say excuse me because she was like really engrossed, and I mean, I know if I said excuse me she would have just moved out of the way. But it was my first time there, I was just testing the waters. I didn't want to be my usual self and go, oi, shift. So I played it cool. And while that was happening, I saw some Ellen Hopkins down on this shelf down here. It was about my level, Hobbit level. I shimmied on that way. Why am I shimmying so much? While I was checking out the Ellen Hopkins, she moseyed on off. So I was like, yes, grab for this book. Bearing in mind I had my crutches. So that was interesting. I gets it. And you will understand why I spotted this a mile away. And that little gem would be I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. This book is bright. And I have to say, I do like the American cover better. It's just a personal choice. I have been meaning to read this. I do have it on audiobook, as I have most things on audiobook. But I like the tactile feel of a book. And I have to say, I have no clue what this book is about, except everyone on BookTube loves it. So, I kind of had to. Should have listened to the audiobook about 3 weeks ago, but I'll give you the sun. The next book I picked up was Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Infernal Devices series. Again, I have this on audiobook, I have the whole trilogy on audiobook, and I have all of the Mortal Instruments on audiobook. I've tried listening to this a couple of times and I've not been able to get into it. I don't know why, because I love Cassandra Clare's writing and everybody absolutely raves about this book. Well, everyone raves about this entire series. It's been a long time since I read the Mortal Instruments, and I'm talking a long time. And I've forgotten quite a lot. And also I didn't actually read the last book because I know there's kind of spoilers. So I was like, okay, I'll hold off, I'll read those. And then other book life happened. So I'm thinking, read this series and then read the Mortal Instruments series and just have a whole Cassandra Clare epic marathon. That's my plan and I'm sticking to it. The next book I picked up, A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I have never read Patrick Ness. His books sound so interesting, but I've never picked them up. I have no idea why. Probably get distracted by other shiny things in the bookshop. So I picked up the illustrated version because I wanted the illustrated version and it was there. Joy. And just, this is why I wanted the illustrated version. It just, I'm upset that it's a library book. I haven't even read it yet, but I'm hoping to get to this soon. So soon. And the last book I picked up, obviously, like I said, I was on my way out of the library at this point, but I saw this and I could not pass it up because I love her. She's just awesome. So the book that I picked up was All I Know Now by Carrie Fletcher. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I'm guessing most of you know, but Carrie is a YouTuber. She's got a channel, It's Way Past My Bedtime, I'll put it in the thingy, and she's rather bookish, which is nice. I really love her videos. She's just one of those totally relatable people, so down to earth. Literally I could just watch her channel, and I have. A little bit stalkery, but we've all done it. Don't lie. Maybe not with this person, but we've all done a fair share of YouTube stalking. It's just what happens. Back to the book. And I did mean to pre-order this, but I fail at life. Basically. This is why I just had to get it. I enjoy non-fiction, but I've not read that many like biographies type things. But I did read Felicia Day's book this month and superb. I may be getting more autobiography type books. I'm excited to read this. Here goes. If I give a book 5 stars, that means I fracking loved it. I will go shouting about it on the streets and telling strangers that they have to buy this book. If I could actually speak. Because half of the time I'm like, book! So that's what 5 stars means to me. Basically, one of the best things I have read gets a 5 stars. If I give a book 4 stars, it means that I liked it. I didn't love it. It was a fun read. I enjoyed it while reading it. And I recommend it to my friends who I think could be interested in it. That's a 4 stars for me. And luckily, most of the things I've read, I've liked. If I gave a book 3 stars, it means that this book was like in the middle. Just meh. I didn't like it, I didn't hate it, but it was just so blah. But it had some redeeming qualities, like the writing style was good, I enjoyed the storyline but it didn't flow, you know, that kind of thing. That's a 3-star book for me. And if I give a book 2 stars, it means I didn't like it, but the story kept me going enough to actually finish it. That's pretty much 2-star for me. And if a book gets 1 star, I don't want to say hated it, because hate's a really strong word. But I really, really, really did not like it. And it only gets 1 star because I didn't DNF it. That's the only reason why. That's my Goodreads star rating. Feel free to comment down below, tell me what your star rating is, if you're wanting to read any of these books or you've read them already, what you think of them. Comment and tell me if you think it's a good idea that I actually start with the Infernal Devices and then go back to the Mortal Instruments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stick around for more craziness, please hit the subscribe button. Especially for Brandy. This is the shirt I'm wearing today. It's kind of creased. This t-shirt's just so pretty. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye guys. I have no idea what that is. Right. To the video. Hey. Editing room floor. Brain fart. Seriously, Taylor Swift song stuck in my head. So happy. No, I've lost it now. Do you remember where I was? As soon as you see it, like, you know, sequel 2, you put the book down. No spoilers. No spoilers. Squirrel. What the frick am I talking about? Stop being outside my window. Shoot. I know, right? Are you still here?